Quick update. Put a little video of this idling. Somehow I lost everything else we recorded after that, but we've got the truck pretty much dialed in. It's on 12 pounds. It's happy. Everything's working right. AFRs are great. Read the plugs. Plugs say everything's happy. Other things say everything's happy. So that's where the truck's going to stay. The only thing we're going to do over the winter is we're trying to get a hood. I got a 6-inch cow hood, but I don't want to cut it up, but I may do it anyway. Like my son said, it's paid for. Use it. So we're going to make an aluminum bed cover for it. Get the tubular lowers on it, the coilovers on it that I bought for it 3 months ago. Like I said, the Viking coilovers for the front match the Viking shocks and shit's on the back. Fuel things up here. I've got some Turbo Smart wastegates that match these. I may put on it, but these are working fine. I've got a Mac valve on each one for the Turbo Smart boost controller. They work fine, so I may just leave them on there for now. I do need to get the fuel line hooked to the cell, from the pump to the cell for the nitrous system. It's got its own fuel pump, its own fuel system. Get that hooked up. This thing's got to get loaded up. He's just going to take it up and have him sandblast it. And we got some rust to fix down there. This one, I got the front end pulled apart. I've got to get in here and clean this area up back to the cross member. It's kind of grimy. Get the transfer case pulled out and cleaned up. Get painted. Get all this painted. This fender's got to get replaced. It looks good on the outside, but it's got some nastiness up in here. I've got 2 rust-free fenders that came with the bed. I don't know if I showed you the bed. I'll show you the bed. Because it had blistering rust. Well, that blistering rust was really bad. You see how he made all the body mounts. There's one of the massive mounts he made for the front of the cab. All new cab bushings under it. We're going to fix this with a double U-joint steering shaft and get rid of this. That's too much angle for one of those joints in my opinion. I'm going to thin out all the TBI harness and get rid of it. We're going to put air conditioning back on it. And I'll walk everybody through that when I do that. You can get rid of all the engine harness and your wipers and your heater controls and all that will work just fine. You don't need it. So I'm going to thin the harness out, but get all this blacked out. That way all I got to do is paint the truck. It's not going to stay red. We changed the bed. I traded that old short bed, lowered chassis and cab and all that mess. He wanted it for the chassis and the bed because it had a good rust-free bed on it, short bed. For this bed and 2 fenders that match it are rust-free with the flares. We did pull one of the flares off before I made the deal to make sure there was no rust. It's absolutely spotless behind there, just some dirt. But you can see that bed's clean. There's a little bit like right there for the tailgate. But you look underneath it, it's clean. It's clean, 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 clean. Clean. Yeah, I blew a little bed liner on it. So it's got to come back off anyway. I just set it up here. So that when it's sitting outside and getting blown over. New inner fender for the driver's side off the old green and silver truck. I kept the new inner fenders. That one's good, so I'll go ahead and use it, sand it down, paint it. This new battery tray and everything, still got some of the paper on it. Core support, clean it up, paint it. I've got my door frames made, my hinges made. I just got to get it all put up. And that's the kind of stuff that's keeping me from getting the S10 out all the time. The only thing that I don't care for is to center everything up. You've got like a 3-finger gap between here, but I can live with it. You know, OBS on a square body chassis. Truck's a 94, not a 96. The frame is a K30 frame, 14 bolt, Dana 44, both 8 lug, and it's got a 6-inch Superlift. It's either Superlift or Skyjacker. 6-inch lift kit on it. So it's set up for double shocks. It's set up to put traction bars or ladder bars on it. All the tabs are already on the axles. It's gearing's 410 front and rear. So, but as we start doing more to this, right now we're still in the tear down, clean up, and de-gut, de-nut, whatever you want to call it. Get rid of all the crap I ain't going to use. All of this harness right here, this is the engine harness. It's going to go bye-bye. There's the harness plug for 700 R4. That's all going to go bye-bye. The only thing we're going to keep, of course, will be the wipers, some of the stuff for the charging and starting systems. I'll pull this off because we're going to replace all the air conditioning. So, get this all cleaned up. That fender's fine. I'll leave it. That fender's junk. It's got to come off. I'll replace it. And then I ain't using those flares anyway. It's going to get a set of pocket flares put on it probably. And then I'll black all this out. The hood and everything, I'm not going to worry about doing it until I'm ready to paint it. I'll take all the insulation off because it's tore up anyway and replace it. But I'll probably end up putting a cow hood, 6-inch or 4-inch, not 6-inch, but a 4-inch or 2-inch cow hood on it. I just like cow hoods. They look good on any Chevrolet. They look good on anything for that matter. But and then I'll go around. I've got a set of the big tow mirrors for this truck. They're like the late model mirrors, but for this cab. I got all new weather stripping kits for it that I bought for that one, my boy, when he was going to build it. So all the moldings are going to come off. And Granson's already picked the colors. It's going to be like a dark gray metallic, the lime green, and dark gray on the bottom. Because it'll go with the gray interior. So that's all I'm doing, everybody. I ain't done nothing else. I ain't had time. I got some video footage of the S10. We took it out playing with it the day you got put the clip up of it sitting there idling. And somehow it got deleted out of my phone. I don't know what happened. But my son had some, and I had some on our phones. He's got his, so we'll upload that. But yeah, the truck's a monster. I'll tell you now, the truck's a monster. So everybody, stay safe. God bless. And as soon as I get out here and start doing more. Also, we went and picked up an engine, a pick and pull, a 4-bolt late model roller motor that was in super good shape. When we tore it apart, it's up at the machine shop, getting gone through and built. Eagle bottom end kit, balanced, just RV cam. I don't know whether it's got 193 casting heads. I've got some Vortec heads here. I got some double hump heads here. Or I might just put a set of new Flowtech aluminum heads on it yet. I don't know yet. And then the same day I bought a transmission from Jegs, a TCI Maximizer Turbo 350. That was $1,900 with shipping gone. But by the time I bought a used one and had it built, I'd been that much into it anyway. So everybody else wanted a core charge. Anywhere from $400 to $600 core charge. Monster and all them. I'm not buying a transmission for a core charge. $400 for a transmission. And then nah. I just bought one and done. I've had good luck with TCI in the past, so I went back to them. So there we go. I get back on this. I'll film it. Maybe paint and all that stuff. I don't know. I got pressure wash the front of the frame. I'll do all that. Set my camera up. Since my wife showed me how to upload to the laptop now from the camera. So better quality than using my phone. And then maybe I might learn someday how to edit videos and do fancy ones. So anyway, there it is. That's what's going on. And like again, when I get the S10 footage where I can do it, I'll upload it. You guys can see it. I think the one, he had my phone, I think is the one where it stood up, put the front tires about 2 foot in the air for about 40, 50 feet. It is a cool shot of me launching it, backing up my tracks. About the third time I did it, it put the front end about 2 foot in the air, like I said, for like 40 or 50 feet. I just kind of let out of it and let it come down and then aborted the pass. But the truck's a monster. So anyway, everybody stay safe. God bless. And as soon as I have something interesting, I'll post it. Later.